Good evening and welcome to the Daily Voice, presented by VNN, bringing you today's top 5 Canadian news stories on June 26, 2025. Let's get started. India and Canada are trying to turn the page. Following a face-to-face at the G7 summit, both Prime Ministers, Modi and Carney, have agreed to restore diplomatic ties and boost cooperation on trade, energy, and student exchange. India's foreign ministry confirmed ambassadors will return, and senior-level talks are back on the table. After last year's tensions, this could be the breakthrough both countries need to rebuild trust and strengthen economic ties. Canada is going all in on NATO. Prime Minister Mark Carney announced at the NATO summit that Canada will spend 5% of GDP on defense by 2035, the largest commitment in decades. That means billions more for military tech, salaries, ports, cybersecurity, and even critical mineral development. Carney says this is about national security and economic strategy. With this move, Canada joins its allies in the most significant military ramp-up since World War II. Canadian paychecks are rising faster than inflation, but job openings are drying up. Stats Canada says average weekly wages jumped 4.4% in April, outpacing inflation at 1.7%. But sectors like healthcare, food service, and construction saw sharp drops in job vacancies. While workers in mining and oil are pulling in over $20,400 a week, many other industries are facing a hiring freeze, a mixed bag for Canada's workforce. Vancouver remains Canada's most expensive city for renters. The average two-bedroom now costs over $3,170 a month, slightly down from last year, but still sky-high compared to other regions. Toronto, Victoria, and Ottawa also ranked high, while Montreal and Quebec City saw their rents climb steadily. Since 2019, rents in some cities have nearly doubled, leaving many Canadians struggling to keep up with housing costs. Canada's mining sector is on the verge of a revolution. A new report from the Battery Metals Association of Canada says critical minerals like lithium and copper could generate hundreds of thousands of jobs, fueling everything from EVs to national defense. Prime Minister Mark Carney's government is removing trade barriers and pushing investments in regions like northern BC and the Ring of Fire in Ontario. With up to 100,000 jobs projected for Indigenous communities alone, this is being called a once-in-a-generation opportunity for economic and geopolitical resilience. That's all for today's top stories. Thank you for joining us on The Daily Voice, presented by VNN. Stay informed, stay engaged, and we'll see you next time.